Hello everyone, welcome back to today's video where today I decided, I just took a look at this guy a couple hours ago and I decided, I kind of miss recording videos, so I want to just take a look at the new Marvel Legends Target exclusive uh, X, Weapon X. Wolverine, obviously, for those of you who don't know, this is Weapon X Wolverine. This is at a time where they decided to kind of explain why he got his adamantium and stuff and kind of they've been over like the last 60 years or whatever, 50 years, something like that. They were kind of slowly revealing his, or as slow as comic books do, revealing his backstory and everything. So yeah, I thought this is one of my favorite alternate looks of Wolverine. I don't have any other Wolverines to compare him to. It's just the base Wolverine body. I figured we just take a look at it, see the changes made and the accessories, and I could send you on your way because this is basically just, spoiler alert, Wolverine body, completely pinless, butterfly joints. That's really all it is. That's all the changes. So, not horrible or anything. It's not like a horrible figure. Especially, I got it for 15 bucks, and that sweetens the deal a lot. Um, Spoiler alert, I actually got Mystique as well. But she's even less parts, really, new. It's just really a new base body. I do like that they added the bicep swole up there. And then, yeah, the rest is just a plain female base body. I added these and the scarf, and so it was even less, interesting before. So, yeah, it's a nice figure, and I'm glad I got it. And it's upgraded to the old one, but that's my thoughts on that one. I don't think it needs a review. So, yeah, for Wolverine here, we're going to first go over his size. So he's a standard Marvel Legends scale. And just for that, we have a Cletus Cassidy and then a Ben Riley. These are two older figures to compare them to. And just look at the scale. This is a nice size for Wolverine. Wolverine fell, if you'd noticed that. That was pretty cool. We got to make sure his claws don't go missing, because if those go missing, it's hard to find. And then that's what he looks like next to Cyclops, which is like the Vulcan body. And then this is a standard female body. That's kind of why I had her out. She's new and she's standard. Standard-ish female body. So yeah, he's a short guy, and that's good to have because, this is actually my second short figure I'm reviewing. They're both, this guy's even shorter, if you can believe it. It's crazy. Didn't know you could be shorter than Wolverine and still be intimidating, but you can be. But yeah, he's cool, and I think he overall is a better figure than the original. It's got not as much hair, but there's more hair spread out, which I like. He looks like he's hairy from the front. The back, they never really did the back of Marvel Legends, but I feel like you could do some work with that. But at least he has hair on the front. I wish he had hair on the whole body, but I do like that they at least did this much on the front. And then I will say the only thing I liked originally, well, I like a few things, but mostly the tubes I preferred when they were the red, clear, like translucent, because I always saw them as the, how do you say, like, you know what I mean? Like, they were always like the tubing I felt more like than the, okay, that came out of there. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what that tube came out of. They felt more like tubing of liquid piping in, and that's kind of how I always saw the Weapon X design. But I saw this one having, you can see it in the sculpt. If this was two different colors, and the bottom layer was like tubing colored, like clear translucent colored, and then this top groove like on the top was like the blue color, I think it'd be even better. But as is, it's perfectly fine and perfectly acceptable, and not bad at all in the slightest. And the other thing I like about this figure is you can take all this off. This is just new apparatuses. If you want a fully naked, almost fully naked Logan, you could totally, totally have that and still look, like Logan. So if you want a naked bedtime Logan, go ahead. I can't think of any other customs this guy would be good for, but like if you wanted to do a Mezco style Logan and throw your own coverings over it, that would work. Do your own patch or whatever. So yeah, for accessories, we do have an alternate head, which, I think I am not going to use, but looks cool, and then you could use these for something. I think I would have preferred a alternate head of this, not angry, just to have, you know, or mouth wide open, something more angry or less angry, then I would rather have this, because this is, while it is good, it's not, you know, I want the helmet on this. And then you got a pair of, well, not a pair. You have one open grasping hand and then one fist. Wish they'd do one or the other if they're gonna only include one pair. I think I'd rather have a pair of these, but a pair of fists would have been nice too. And then you have my favorite pair of hands, which is the open grasping hands, which I actually have had on this figure since I opened it. I just pulled it off for the video because the claws actually stick into this pair better and they look a lot nicer. And I don't have any other open grabbing Marvel Legends Wolverine hands. I know the what was it, the one that came with Lilandra, the Brood infected Wolverine came with open hands, but that's the Brood version, so it's not bare hands, and it's not really my favorite look for Wolverine, even though it is in the brown suit. I just don't care about the Brood's look for him that much because it literally happened for like a millisecond in the comic. But yeah, these look a lot better, and they remind me more feral. They seem more feral, and you can get them in better like hunched down, looking up poses. But yeah, we all know the Wolverine buck. It's all that good stuff, but it's fully pinless this time, so that's nice. It's not our first fully pinless Wolverine, but I think it might be our first fully pinless comic book Wolverine, because the other ones were X-Men 97, right? Well, we also got Astonishing X-Men, so maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. Yeah, I probably am wrong. Because I just remember, the only other one I remember having pinless is my X-Men 97 and my, the Logan and Sabretooth 2-pack. That Logan has pinless arms. The legs aren't pinless. So yeah. But I think there's also the Gamerverse Wolverine. This guy came, yeah, so there have been a few good ones. But I like the body they chose for this guy, and I like the articulation scheme, and I like it all. And also, I just wanted to show, if you pop the head off, it's a little hard to do, especially with these clawed hands, you know. You can probably fit this on there, right? I'm going to try this for the video, and then probably never again. If you did want a naked Logan, you could totally pop off all these apparatuses, or apparati, and totally have one. This is just the Mezco head, so if this fits on there, all the Marvel Legends probably will. Well, not all, most. And the ones that don't, I bet you could get to fit even with, like, you know, if you just use a little heat. But I will never use this because I want the classic one. I want the... This wasn't J. Scott Campbell, was it? This one was not by J. Scott Campbell, was it? I'd have to relook that up. It's probably not. I'm just thinking of comic book creators. I don't think it might have been. Or it might have been John Byrne. No, it wasn't John Byrne. Was it? It wasn't Jim Lee. I know that because this was an 80s story. So 70s, 80s? 80s, right? Early 80s, late 80s, something like that. Maybe it was even early 90s. You know, Wolverine's a lot fresher of a character than we give him credit for. So yeah, that's Wolverine for you. We can compare him to a couple other things, like my boy Commander Cody, or I have, you know, here's the Maximum Spidey. Hopefully we get a Maximum Wolverine. He's not my favorite X-Men, but I would totally buy a Maximum Wolverine, although I feel like with all the Wolverines we've gotten over the years, we could probably make our own Maximum Wolverine. Here's the Gamerverse Venom. You can see Wolverine is a short guy compared to Venom. Venom's not even the tallest Marvel Legend I have, and he looks like he's dwarfed by him. And here's the Mezco Batman. Even Batman's a lot bigger than my boy. So yeah, very phenomenal figure, very fun to recreate scenes with, and my favorite, probably favorite alternate suit, because I don't really consider the brown suit alternate suit. It's this for the brown suit and the first appearance suit that are my three favorites, and then probably X-Force after that. And then after that, it's probably original Tiger Stripe, somewhere along there. Yeah, so thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Don't be a slave to the machine, and take care of yourself, and be safe, and love y'all. Bye.